stress makes you look ugly, so everyone has problems.
Hi everybody, today we're going to be reacting to Danno drawing, and you know what, the first show we're going to watch is
Stressing about them is a part of life, but if you stress too much, it can actually not only affect your face, but also even kill you.
What?
First, chronic stress can cause things like wrinkles, dry skin, acne, eye bags, rashes, and even balding. But the other major problem with stressing too much is that it actually harms your immune system, making you a lot more vulnerable to get sick, and it also insanely increases your chances of having a stroke or other heart problems. Funnily enough, researching and writing this script stressed me out immensely. So basically, find a healthy way to manage your stress and anxiety, because having stress problems and stress.
Alright everybody, let me find the next short, so give me a sec. I need to pause the recording because otherwise this video would be like 10 minutes long. People hate Hello Neighbor.
Oh, Hello Neighbor was one of the most popular horror games.
Even when it was in alpha, remember?
Every Let's Player out there, and even when it was still in beta, it sold thousands of early access copies. But now, years later, people kind of really hate the franchise. Why? Well, a couple reasons. First, false promises. When the game was originally in beta, it promised a super advanced neighbor AI that learned from your failed attempts and got harder as you played. Yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, the final game was just a buggy mess. Two, milking the franchise with things like books, endless rushed sequels, and desperately trying to get MadPat to make a video on their spin-off show acting like a clingy ex. And three, the games just kind of weren't very fun. It was filled with confusing puzzles and janky platforming, hiding, and chasing, but honestly, even though I didn't like playing it, I always thought the franchise had potential. The style was super cool, and with this newest third game, it looks like they're really trying hard to make it good, but we'll see. Now you know why people hate this game now.
And they're trying to make like a Hello Neighbor movie too. So yeah, like this video and subscribe if you love Hello Neighbor.
Painful bones.
Most painful bones to break.
While everyone's experience is different, and there isn't a #1 worst bone, there are a few that people agree are much more painful to break than the rest. First, breaking the femur is terrible because so much of your body depends on being able to rest weight on it. And the same goes for the tibia and fibula, because when they break, your muscles actually tighten around them, making it a lot worse with a shooting pain. Next up, people agree that breaking the pelvis and collarbone are extremely painful, but in general not nearly as bad as the last two. Breaking your heel bone, because of the extensive process and surgery it takes to recover. Finally, breaking one of your ribs, especially because there's really no way to put a cast on it. You just have to painfully keep breathing heavy breaths. And now you know. What's the most...
That is insane, dog.
Duolingo bird got murdered. You heard me right. So if you don't know, this is the Duolingo bird, the mascot for the language app Duolingo that's had tons of memes made about it over the years for its threatening messages. I made a whole short on it a while ago.
Yeah, that was 2023.
It was announced by the company that he's been killed. Now, obviously, it's just a marketing stunt, but it's still hilarious. A bunch of other companies paid their respects or made their own jokes about it too, including the official Twitter account of the World Health Organization for some reason. But just yesterday, the cause of death was finally revealed. He was hit by a car. My gosh, I'm sure he'll get resurrected soon.
What?
But for now, karma got him, and the whole internet is in tears. Hey, subscribe to pay your respects to the Duolingo bird. But now you know.
I'm not gonna lie, he actually deserves that. Cause he's evil.
People die from Christmas, car crashes, heart attacks, house fires, and falls all increase during the holidays. Car crashes is mostly due to the harsher weather and a bit of, house fires, or because
this
of the
was 2024.
Flammable lights that people put on houses, which almost double the fire risk, no matter how pretty they are. Heart attacks are because of stress, and also people stuffing themselves on Christmas trees, which is why more people die of heart attacks between December 25th and January 1st than any other time of the year. Falls because of people decorating on high ladders and roofs, with between 14 and 18,000 people each year going to the hospital because of, quote, Christmas decoration-related injuries. Anyway, take Metro's advice. Be safe around Christmas, because now you know.
Alright.
How many people die from Christmas? Car crashes, heart attack.
Movies. Hello Neighbor getting a movie.
Hello Neighbor was one of the most popular indie games of the 2010s, right up there with FNAF, Poppy Playtime, and Bendy. And now it's getting a full feature film, which, okay, I know this franchise doesn't have the most popular reputation after the OK TV series and constant harassment of MadPat, but still, I'm gonna give the movie a chance. I've always liked the idea behind the games, breaking into the neighbor's house to find his mysterious secret, and I think it could translate well to the big screen. Also, it's being written by Tyler McIntyre, who helped write the FNAF movie, so it has a chance. And to celebrate the movie announcement, today I'm going live playing the original Hello Neighbor. Tap below to come watch.
Alright.
But now you know how.
Chad, I wish you can play the alpha or the beta versions of the game, cause how cool it was back then. Cause now it's kind of like now, but hey, let me find the next word. Birthday.
Again, even though we fight a lot every year, I want to make sure.
Hey, can we not do it this year?
What?
There's have a lot going on, okay?
What? It's your birthday, man. What do you?
Just Listen, there's bricks appearing all over Toonville, sending people who knows where. My best friend has brain damage. I feel like I'm constantly compared to a stupid goat and a talking carrot. My greatest enemies are flipping penguins. And on top of that, I feel like someone's constantly watching me now.
No one's watching me, bro. No one's watching you, bro.
No, not them. They're cool. But something, yeah.
You talking about Clone Riggy? Barry, shut up.
I did the brain damage, Big Barry. And Monkey Land exploded like 3 years ago.
The freak? Hello? Told you I'll be in touch. Hey, Key. I can't even. Happy birthday.
See, and this is exactly why we can never do anything nice on your birthday.
Barry, I'll say.
Bo was literally drunk.
It's Ricky's birthday.
Let me find the next one.
Creating game of all time is coming back.
Is it Flappy Bird?
Something incredibly shady.
It's literally in the title.
Basically, it was one of the biggest apps of all time. Up there with Angry Birds and Subway Surfers, every YouTuber out there playing and raging at it when it was released. But the game made people so mad that they attacked the creator over it. It was even all over the news as people destroyed their phones in rage. So the creator ended up taking the app off the App Store, saying, I can't take this anymore. That was over 10 years ago.
That was like...
It's coming back with a catch. See, the creator doesn't care about the game anymore, so he obviously didn't bother renewing the copyright. That means this random game studio filed to take it away from him, and they succeeded. Now they're marketing the game as Flappy's Back, and while they can technically call it official, it's also incredibly shifty business practices, and making it filled with a bunch of ads and in-app purchases. So yeah, unfortunately, OG Flappy Bird isn't actually coming back. But also, in case you didn't know, I'm pretty good at classic Flappy Bird. That's why tomorrow I'll be streaming it live. Tap down here to join, or check out my channel's live tab. Now you know how.
Chat, I've actually played the some of the knockoffs, some knockoff Flappy Birds on my tablet, and I remember when I was like trying to I was still mad. I was still getting mad over the freaking knockoffs, and this was close to the actual Flappy Bird. Anyway, this is the last short I'm gonna find, so give me a sec. What if all water disappeared?
I don't know, but water is kind of fundamental to our lives. Not only for the fact that it covers,
but we would immediately die.
We drink it constantly, and we're 60%.
We wouldn't be able to wash our hands.
If it disappears, the sped version is we all die. But in detail, first, if all water instantly out of existence, all divers.
But we would die. Hold on. We would, if all the water disappeared on the earth, we would all die in 3 days. Because if you don't Google how long would you survive without drinking water, it would be 3 days. Because if you survive without food, you're gonna actually go for 5 days or 1 week before actually dying. But I remember if you don't drink for 3 days, you will actually die. So make sure that you guys drink a lot of water or juice. Because if you drink juice, you're fine.
Massive crater. If you're close to the shore, it's not a big deal. But if you're in the middle of the ocean or diving, you're kind of dead. Because a lot of people forget that the ocean floor is 12,000 feet deep.
I forgot.
If you're on land, though, then first, everyone's going to get sick since we can't wash our hands anymore. Also,
that's what I said earlier.
Really quick, since we no longer have working toilets or sewers. There'll also probably be a lot of riots, fighting, and stealing, but it's fine because in 3 to 18 days we'll all be dead anyway. But now you know. What if all water?
All right. Make sure you guys like it and subscribe. And I'll leave Danno Drawings in the link in the description. But make sure you guys like and subscribe. And you guys don't miss out on any of my Kobe videos. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.